All right, let's go with the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
Amy, what two teams are going to the Super Bowl?
Chiefs. And
Two teams.
I know.
It's a game of two.
Right. I know. All I know is that the Chiefs are going.
And
The other team.
why do you know that?
Surprise! Because Taylor Swift was there.
Who would you guess they were playing if you just had to guess?
I don't remember. All I know is yesterday they were playing
I don't know, it could be any team, though.
the Baltimore Ravens.
Right. But who would you think they were playing in the Super Bowl?
Not the Cowboys.
That's good.
Not the Saints. Not the Packers.
And everybody else is wide open.
Right. Just give me a hint.
The 49ers.
There you go.
Yeah. The Chiefs and the 49ers. There I go. Usher will do the halftime show. It is Sunday, February 11th at 6:30 Eastern. And so a couple good games yesterday. I did see at one point the camera was on Taylor and she was like something like, please go away. Did you guys see that?
Oh.
No.
The camera was on her in the booth and she could tell she was on it. She goes, please go away. And the camera cuts off of her.
Wow.
I'm starting to fall on the opposite side now on the Taylor thing where so many people are annoyed that it gets showed all the time. I'm like very pro Taylor now. Show her all the time. I've swung all the way around. Because people now are like, she just mind her own business anyway. That's what I feel. She's there. She's not really trying to get the attention. At first, it was kind of annoying because it was in every feed. It was in my ESPN feed. It was in my E feed. It was in my every feed. And I was like, oh, I just want to like have my sports where I get my sports. I want to have my pop news where I have my pop news. But so many people are acting like it's actually a thing that I hope they show Taylor all game. Hope it's nothing but Taylor.
Does
I
everyone?
hope they track her flight like Santa when she's flying from Tokyo over to America after her concert.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah,
know they're
Taylor
going
tracker.
to.
Yeah.
Yes.
They will.
I follow that. Did you see where they estimated like how much money she made the NFL this season? I don't know if that's accurate.
That
but-
she made the NFL.
Yeah, how do they
yeah,
gauge that?
Guys,
Okay. The only thing bigger than Taylor Swift is the NFL.
it was like $300 million.
But I mean, but
well,
she
that's
did.
nothing to them. But
She
I hear
did
you.
bring viewers though.
That's
like,
what.
I hear you, but it's
I mean-
and football is already number one, 9 out of 10 shows a week. So the only thing bigger than Taylor is the NFL. They don't need each other. I say that as a compliment to both of them. They don't need each other.
Does everyone believe it now that they're in love?
No.
I don't know. It still is weird.
Really?
It's still
Still?
forced.
Those two together, like looking at both of their histories and who they've dated, they have not dated anyone like that person ever.
And
thought-
those relationships haven't worked out.
But
Oh,
you don't
that's
go
good, Amy.
exact opposite.
But yeah, but opposites really don't attract.
Well, we don't know that they're opposite.
I'm just saying for what you're attracted to. But I hope they work out. I hear Travis Kelce's like the greatest dude.
Yeah.
So good luck. More Taylor. That's all I want's Taylor now, just to annoy everybody. All right, CDC issues an alert that measles are upticking.
Uh-oh.
Now, I've never had the measles or the mumps. It feels like something people had in World War II.
Yeah.
Anyone ever had measles or mumps?
No.
No,
No.
but I think
Thought you
we're
took a-
vaccinated, right?
Yeah,
We're
shot
not?
for that.
Yeah.
See? I don't know what that
Like
means.
a lifelong
I just
shot?
feel C. I don't know.
I
Is it-
think so. I think you take it
Yeah.
as a kid. That way you won't get it.
U.S. health officials are warning clinicians to be alert for cases of measles following several outbreaks, largely among children who are eligible for the vaccine who did not receive it. I wonder if the whole anti-vaccine thing has rolled into other vaccines now too, just generally speaking, to where now they're not getting any vaccines, and so now we have measles coming back. Yesterday, my neighbor knocked on the door. I was like, "Hey, I got polio," and I was like, "What?"
Polio made it back. Lockjaw came back.
Yeah. Measles is highly contagious for people. Although my neighbor's never knocked on my. Oh no, my neighbor did knock on my door the other day. I thought it was a delivery guy.
Lockjaw?
But they don't have polio.
No, they have polio.
Okay.
I just didn't know who they were. I was like, "You can lay it on the porch," and he's like, I was like, "No, you can lay it on the porch. It's okay. I'll come get it in a minute." And he's like, "I'm your neighbor." I was like, "Oh, what's up, neighbor?" Older people tend to either be vaccinated or immune. The virus spreads via droplets, usually after a person coughs or sneezes. It lingers long after a person has left the room. That's from USA Today. So anyway, thanks a lot, people that didn't get measles vaccinated. Portland kids escaped from a stolen car after a 10-minute nightmare. Carjack, they were in it.
Oh my.
Bro, this is crazy. So 2 Portland kids made a daring escape when, by the way, a woman hijacked the vehicle. It was their dad's car. Went on a 10-minute joyride. Ayosha Milage, 33, is accused of jumping in the car that was idle while the dad ran into the store. There were 2 kids, 9 and 11, in the car. The unidentified father suffered a sprained finger when he tried to stop her from driving off.
Oh, no.
The dreaded sprained finger.
Yeah,
I
it
got
hurts.
one of those right now, though. It hurts. I rushed over and tried to stop her, but as I was holding onto the door, she took off. I wasn't fast enough to get her out of the car. The brave brothers jumped out of the vehicle when it came to a stop at a traffic light and then flagged down somebody who called 911. They got her. New York Post, they got her.
That's why my wife says don't leave the kids in the car to go in the convenience store.
Right.
Because I did it one time, and she's like, don't do that.
I mean, haven't
Or if
we
you do,
all?
lock the door.
True.
Yeah?
I mean, how hard is that? And if you
I
trust
guess
the kids
kid-
to let you back in.
Yeah.
See,
maybe.
that's the
Your
problem.
Kids, your kids are old
That's a
enough,
great
though.
point.
Your youngest
I
is 5.
No, I trust them.
But don't you have
though.
a key bobber thing in my bobber?
Yeah, we do.
Experts say if you have a day where you wake up in a foul mood, feeling blah, grumpy, frustrated, literally shake it off. Stand up, shake your whole body as if you're shaking off something that's landed on you and doesn't belong there. The act of shaking your whole body relaxes and eases tension by getting kinks out, and it's comforting and awakening from Prevention Magazine.
Okay.
Yeah, like a little dance party.
Do you ever talk to your dog like he or she is a baby? If so, that's actually a good thing. This is from Animal Cognition, a research publication. Experts say that pet owners may sound silly when they treat their dogs like babies, but it turns out the dogs prefer it that way. A study finds that talking in dog speak to our pets is an important way to bond, that dogs were more likely to show preference for people who spoke to them using dog speak over those who didn't. I talk to mine like I were going to have a talk with them about the birds and the bees. Always. That's the tone I have. Stanley, hey, Stanley, come here, buddy. Come here, Stanley, come here, buddy. Come here. You want to eat? Yeah? Okay, let's go outside. You got to pee? Okay, you want to get in the car? Yeah. So the same tone, I'd be like, so there's a flower, right?
Yeah, it
It's just
sounds
that
the same.
same
Yeah,
every time.
pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah. Dogs watching TV from Psychology Today. If you keep the TV on in your house so the dog don't get lonely, well, the question is, does it work? The answer is, yeah, sometimes. The majority of dogs watch video images on the screen for 1 to 5 minutes before they get bored. Like humans, younger dogs are more likely to be interested in the TV, and they're more interested to see animals on the screen than not, if they can even figure out what a screen is. My dogs, if they hear a bark from anything, they think they got a new friend in the house, and they're running all over trying to find them. And then I have the birds and the bees talk with them. Guys, there are no other dogs here. That's a screen. Yeah. Dry January gives you sugar cravings. From a research publication called Substance Use and Misuse, scientists have noticed a weird side effect from not drinking for a month. Around now, moving into week 4, most people have increased their desire for sugar. The early stages of sobriety and sugar cravings kind of mix
Go
with each
hand in
other.
hand,
Yeah. Anybody here doing dry January? Morgan, were you thinking about it and then you quit?
I was, and I
You
broke
did
it
dry
like
January
12 days
1st
in.
through 4th? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't last.
I'm doing no shopping. I haven't shopped.
No shopping January?
So that would be not
Well-
dry, but so it'd be like
Save money.
no credit.
No clothing stores.
No credit January?
So, I don't know. No clothes shopping.
January.
You've really given up a lot. There's like
Good job,
Nelson,
No,
baby.
it's not.
there's Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, and you.
No, it's not that impressive.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
just saying I'm going to go, like maybe it'll roll into February, maybe it'll roll into, it's kind of a thing. And then if I want to buy something, my deal with myself is if I sell something on Poshmark, then I can take that equivalent amount and add it towards something I maybe want to buy. I don't know, just a little something I'm testing out.
I like it.
Because
Hey, Nobel Peace Prize people, it's Bobby here.
it's tough.
What?
I have your nominee.
I know it's not that big of a deal, but
She's
it's
right here.
It's a way to just like
It is.
be
I'm
more
just giving you
aware
a
of
hard
like
time. I agree.
what's in
How
my
have you felt? Have you had withdrawals?
No.
I agree.
It's like, what's in my
great.
closet?
I'm just giving you a hard
And
time.
you're not clicking either? Or
Clicking
is
what?
this
Are you
physically
putting
not
stuff
going?
into your box so
Yeah, exactly.
without buying it, you put stuff in there so
Put it
the
in
itch
cart,
goes away?
it's
Yeah.
like- yeah. I probably have put.
It's like a nicotine patch.
I
just
probably
putting it in
put
the cart.
2 things in a cart, maybe.
Health officials are warning of a new social media craze where people are eating deep fried toothpicks.
Oh.
Oh,
Why?
that makes no sense.
A new trend circulating on social media sees people eating deep fried toothpicks with cheese, and they put all. It's like the fair.
Yeah, but I don't think they're made of wood.
South Korean officials are the first people to come out and say, "Don't eat these toothpicks. They're made of." There's food coloring.
Oh, but I don't think they're like I'm picturing like a wooden toothpick. But
I think they're real toothpicks.
It depends. Well, what happened was it started in South Korea with like these cornstarch, but then Americans are idiots, and we're doing it with wood now.
okay. But where it originated, it was an edible toothpick. Ish.
We always got to elevate it, don't we?
Right.
It's like in high school. You could just put deodorant on. No, what we had to do in our football locker room was burn each other with deodorant.
Put upside down?
You put it right up to your and hold it as long as you possibly can
So
to the skin.
stupid.
Finally, season 2 of Squid Game is coming this year. Man, I loved Squid Game, the actual show. The long-awaited Squid Game season 2 is set to premiere later this year. Networks announced that, although it doesn't say exactly when, It was number 14 Emmys, and they announced a bunch of other shows too, but nobody cares. Just Squid Game. That's all I care about.
So this is the movie.
Yahoo. It's not a movie, it's a show.
Oh, okay.
Peppaw.
So no. Part 2. What I'm saying is there is a movie.
No, there's a show.
Oh. You're right. It's got episodes.
It's episodes.
You're right. So this is another
Movie.
series.
Hey, the moving picture is
because there's
Wow.
a game show too. I didn't know which one you were talking about.
The game show. Yes, it's not the game show, the real show. All right, that's the news.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
All right, Chris Jansen, All I Need Is You, Bobby Bone Show. Thank you, guys. Hey, call us if you want. 877-77-BOBBY. 877-77-BOBBY.
Show.
Just posted a brand new episode of Too Much Access, my and Eddie's video sports show. We traveled to the Indiana Pacers and played with the NBA guys and really showed them how good we are,
Which is awesome.
which
Were
is
they-
not good.
Oh, I was going to say, were they honestly impressed? I mean, just for
No, they were not.
amateurs.
Not at all. He was 6'11", the guy. You can just watch it all. We go to the Pacers game. They let me on the court during the game. They have a big, because it's Indianapolis, Indy 500. And they're like, okay, you got to rev the engine. Because it gets the crowd fired up. And it was the night before we worked with the team. And so I'm down there and they really made me think I was doing it. I wasn't.
So you're revving it and the sound is coming from...
Yeah, it's all fake. Like they were doing the sound from up there.
There's like smoke coming out
But
of
they
the back of
tricked
the
me.
car.
Like I was 6 years old. I was like, okay. If you go in front of like Home Depot or Walmart, there's the little things you ride.
Yeah.
The kids can ride and they think they can go faster or slower, but really it's just you put your quarter in and let it go. It was that. They were like, no, be sure. Wow, what?
So when did you find out?
About halfway through me sitting in it. Yeah. But it's up. Go to Mr. Bobby Bones on Instagram or toomuchaccess.com and see it there. Speaking of the NBA, Eddie was going to take his kids to a game this weekend, but one of his kids was supposed to be in a spelling bee. So we're going to find out how that ended up.
Man, that was quite the pickle.
We'll do that coming up in just a second, and we'll grab your calls next.
and I was listening to the show, going back and forth to go to the game or go to the Suns spelling bee. And I was listening today to see if the boy was asked or how did it turn out. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Appreciate that. So Eddie's oldest son was having a birthday that we're going to take him to watch the Memphis Grizzlies play basketball.
That's what he wanted.
Turns out one of the other sons qualified for a later round of the spelling bee.
Mm-hmm.
Same day, 4 hours difference. Because it takes that long to get to Memphis almost. So what'd you do?
So, I mean, you guys act like I don't come here and ask you guys questions and take your advice seriously. You told me, why don't you ask him, see what he wants to do? So that's what I did. I asked him, hey, bud, what do you want to do?
Oh, did you talk like that? Like,
totally.
No, did you be like, the game or the spelling?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was dribbling a basketball while we were talking, you know, like, hey, man, I mean, the NBA basketball game is going to be so cool, but it's up to you, man. Completely up to you. Whatever you want to do, we will do.
So do you have audio of this?
Yeah, I brought audio of me, him describing what happened because I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Okay, go ahead.
So on Friday, we kind of had a decision to make, right? So we had the Memphis Grizzlies game for your brother's birthday, but then you also had a spelling bee. What happened? What did you decide?
I decided to do the Memphis Grizzlies game because the spelling bee words were too long, and next year I'm going to work really hard. And the Memphis Grizzlies game was my first NBA game, and it was really fun.
Did I force you to go to the Memphis Grizzlies game, or did you make that decision on your own?
I made that decision on my own.
Are you happy about your decision?
Yes.
How was the game?
It was really fun. They won by 1 point.
And now, are you going to win the spelling bee next year?
Probably. Or I'm going to try to.
So you're happy?
Very.
Sounds like reading a hostage note at the beginning of it.
No,
I know.
What do you mean?
I really want to go to the game.
No, man.
Dad, is that how you want me to say it?
It was really fun.
The words are going to be too long.
Guys, that's how he talks.
No.
You're making fun of how he talks?
No, I'm not, because I know him. And you know what?
Who told him the words were going to be too long?
Hey,
Eddie.
probably his dad.
No,
He's like,
it's not. It wasn't me. See, man, I brought this audio so you would believe me, and now it's backfired.
I mean, your exact quote was, I'm not going to ask his opinion because I don't want to give him the power.
but
Right.
it sounds like you didn't give him. You did give him the power?
I did. I said, what do you want to do?
But think about it. The words are going to be really long.
No. He looked at the
Can
words
you
as
spell
like,
triceratopanopanegynos?
dude, you got to see these words.
Oh, that's an easy one, so you probably won't do good. You want to go to the game?
I didn't do that. You got to see these words. These words are crazy, though. And so maybe there was a little doubt in him, and he said, you know what?
The seed
Wow,
was
that you
planted by you.
planted.
No, I didn't say anything.
But you guys had fun at the game?
Dude, we had a blast. It was a great game. Like he said, they won by 1 point.
So, spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and if you can't, you will get shocked with this cattle prod, just like they will on stage that day, son, if you don't get it.
Did he sound stressed out?
You know what? I'm sure he wanted to go to the game.
I mean,
He did want to go to the game.
You definitely interviewed him after the game where
Yes.
he'd
After he had
experienced
fun.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And how about that cotton candy?
The popcorn that we got.
Let's talk to Ashley in Texas, who is on the phone. Hey, Ashley. Good morning. What's going on?
Morning, studio.
Morning.
I just had a question for Morgan because I want to know how her date with the cowboy went because y'all were all giving her grief for playing Twister.
We were giving her grief because she said, hey, do you want to come over and play Twister? And that just not grief. I guess we weren't giving her grief. We were just like, that would be the greatest invite ever for a date. Did you go on that date?
Yeah, the date happened.
Did you play Twister?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And Twister was so much fun.
I bet.
I bet it was.
We laughed. Like, nothing sexual about it. Like, we laughed. We had a
Nothing.
great time.
You're out of your
Nothing.
mind.
I'm serious.
Nothing.
You are
Nothing happened.
Okay, but I'm not saying
Nothing had to
I'm not
happen.
saying nothing had to happen.
But it was definitely probably
Guys,
a
I
little
think
bit.
you guys are thinking of a different version of Twister because
No.
Twister is very uncomfortable and awkward. You're in weird positions and you're laughing the whole time.
That's
Yeah.
me doing it.
They're laughing the whole time.
Morgan, if your bodies are on each other, even if you're that is definitely leading to at least sexual thoughts. I don't care. I think it's great. If you want to do that, great. We're just saying that would be awesome if we were invited to come over and play Twister.
Well, it was really fun and it was a great date idea.
Yeah, the fact that you say there was nothing sexual about it, that is just not true.
I mean, I think what she was trying to say was nothing happened.
Were you wearing like
because of
full
that.
metal army, like
Armor.
Yeah.
the armor suits?
Did you guys each have your separate little twister pad?
Oh,
I mean,
different boards,
right,
playing
right,
different
right.
boards.
No, we were on the same
Okay.
board.
Okay.
And there was no sexual feelings at all.
Well, I can't speak for him, but for me, no, it was just laughing and I was having a fun time.
Okay, well, I'll speak for him. I think every dude everywhere can speak for every dude everywhere. That a guy, if they're asked and they're attracted to that person, they're going to have sexual feelings. Two, if you didn't, I don't think he's the guy.
great
Yeah.
point.
Honestly,
Wow.
Oh,
That's
that
deep.
can't develop over time.
I mean, it can. You guys are
Different.
Women have depth.
Right.
You guys can. You still need to be attractive, but you can get to know a guy and find other qualities in him that make him even more attractive. Where we're like, girl, gotta be pretty. Not pretty, don't like her. Caveman, right? We're cavemen. But
Well, I
yeah.
mean, you should give yourself a little more credit than that, but yeah.
No, he's right.
But if they're
No,
like,
yeah, but y'all look for a certain amount of depth
generally, I'm talking about guys, especially early on.
out of the gate.
Go the pretty. Go.
Yeah, it's not very depth.
But going back to Twister, can I just say, like, if you're in an awkward position, you're falling down, and he doesn't grab you and pull you on top of him, like as he's falling. I mean, there is.
What you've thought about this?
Yeah,
way
what
too
are you
much.
picturing?
That you
No,
have.
I'm just saying to act like nothing. I mean, come on.
If he doesn't grab you and hold you down.
So did that happen, Morgan?
Yes.
Austin situation? No, that didn't happen.
But he's like twisted backward. He starts falling. He starts grabbing. He grabs you. Playfully grabs you, pulls you to the ground. You start smooching. That's how it works. I mean,
That is kind of how it works.
That's how it works.
Or at least how I would think it would work with
Yep.
that game. We only ever played a church camp, and that didn't work that way. And I was playing with other dudes too.
Okay.
There was like 5 of us.
But Morgan's awful quiet about that part of it.
No, we kissed, but nothing like sexual beyond that happened.
So are you attracted to him?
Yes, but I don't know
Oh,
that he's gonna be my
Over. It's over.
my partner.
It's over. Knockout.
Not because of that aspect, just different things.
Well, maybe in time it'll develop. But thank you for sharing that. Hey, Ashley, thank you for that question. I'd forgotten about that.
Thank you.
All right, see you later. All right, well, you guys can call us if you want. 877-77-BOBBY. During this little break here, Amy Lunchbox Twister on the ground.
Nope.
We're gonna.
It's nothing sexual.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's
I'll
like-
bring the game in.
Nothing at all. I mean, it's just two buddies.
I'm good. I just learned how Lunchbox plays. I'm good.
All right, we'll be right back. Did you watch the Netflix American Nightmare?
I did.
So we talked about it last week. It was a 3-part series. It's a true crime. I'm so scared to talk about stuff.
Right, with
You're
me,
the best.
I get it.
You're
No,
the
I
best.
know. Yeah, I
Good,
tend
good
to
friend, good person.
maybe say things
You
that
spoil a lot of shows accidentally.
Right,
Lunchbox, you
so-
watched it?
No.
Who watched it on the show? Mike?
I-
Okay, can you give? I know, I just can't go. I just can't ask you.
Is this who's in it?
No, it's
There-
it's true crime. Mike, can you
Yeah,
give me
it's-
the plot real
it's
quick?
not scripted.
Yeah, there's a home invasion and kidnapping, and them investigating what actually happened back in 2015.
Okay. Now, did you like it, Amy?
Yes. I was.
You can say that. You can say if you liked it.
One word answers.
Okay,
Yeah.
can I say
She's
I
in the
was-
middle of watching all 10 Saw movies because she spoiled the last thing
I was equally disturbed.
at this.
Yeah, is that okay to say?
Yeah.
Sure. I give it 5 out of 5.
Oh, that good.
Oh, wetsuits? Can I say that?
I don't know what you can say. I haven't seen it.
Okay, cool. That's what I'm going to say.
Mike, did she spoil it?
No.
Okay. You can't say no.
I know, but
It's got a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
yeah.
American Nightmare?
Mm-hmm.
And it is just that.
And you do recommend it.
It is an American nightmare. That shouldn't.
No,
No.
nothing. Nothing. You just have to stop.
I'm
We're just
stopping.
recommending.
But I remember the
recommending.
news story.
Right. It's in the news.
I don't know that I remember, but I'll watch it now. If it's 5 out of 5, I gotta watch it. Did you watch the Queen Pins?
Yeah, it's Kristen Bell's movie. It's a scripted thing on Netflix. But as I'm watching it, it started to sound a little familiar. I was like, wait, weren't they these like suburban moms that had a coupon ring situation happening? So I Google it, and it is based on that ish. I mean, they took liberties. They went a little far with things. It was kind of dramatic, if you asked me, a little cheesy at times. But I enjoyed it. I give it 2.5 stars out of 5.
You enjoyed it, but you give it a 2.5?
Like, I enjoyed it enough to keep watching it, but I don't know that I would recommend it to anybody else. Like, I think it did whatever it was supposed to do to me in that moment.
What did it do to you
All right.
in that moment?
Just entertainment-wise, like it
Yeah.
filled whatever void I needed. And then I did enjoy that it was based on a true coupon ring of suburban moms.
I watched this show called Monarch, and I'm not sure the subtitle of it, but it's basically over 50 years them trying to find Godzilla. And I'm not really into Godzilla, but it was awesome. I give it 4.5 out of 5 Titans.
Oh.
Because that's what they're called. Godzilla's not the only one. All these Titans, and they have what they call G-Day, which was like in 2015 where Godzilla came and destroyed a bunch of stuff.
Like the city?
Mm-hmm. And so it's 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's called Monarch Legacy of Monsters. My wife and I, neither one of us are really in. We wouldn't just have picked it, but a couple people had told us it was good, and then it was number 1 or 2 on the Apple TV Plus. It's good.
Does Godzilla look real? Because the older ones, he don't look real.
Well, the old ones were black and white and
Right,
strings, probably.
right.
Yeah. This
I'm
is a
talking
lot.
about.
This is a lot of computers.
Okay.
Mike, you like Monarch? Yeah. What'd you give that show specifically?
Probably a 4.5 out of 5.
Me too.
Pretty strong.
You don't even have to be like monster person to like it. There's some monsters in there, but it was really good. There's a little bit of cheese, but I don't know. I never got into that as a kid, but then it just got confusing to me because Godzilla would be this big dinosaur, something creature, right?
Like a lizard.
Dragon, and it would kill Tokyo in the black and white, and then other creatures would come to fight it, and then like King Kong fought it, but then I think they became a tag team, wrestling tag team at one point. I don't even know who's who. I don't know who's good or bad. And so I'm watching Godzilla. I'm like, is Godzilla good? Is Godzilla bad? He's got to be bad. He just killed all the. So, but it was good. That's a good show there.
Okay.
Anybody else watch anything?
I watched Colin from Accounts.
What's that?
It's a Australian show, and it's about a dog that gets out and what happens after that. It's hilarious.
Episodes? That kind of show? You all right? What?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Sorry, I had a little cough.
You've been loogiing for like 5 days.
I know. I tried to get rid of it. It's not gone. But yeah, it's a comedy.
I know.
And it's one season. And it's funny.
What's
It
it
makes
on?
you laugh.
Paramount Plus?
Yeah, there you go. I had to watch it where you had to plug in the computer and it does it to the TV.
I had to get on Napster.
I just knew that, and so I don't have Paramount Plus on my TV. My
So you
TV's
plug-
too old.
But you have it on your computer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's just not a smart TV.
You didn't watch it on your computer.
Right. My wife knows how to plug a cord into it, and we can watch it on the TV.
Yeah.
Got it. Morgan, you watch anything?
I watched Queen Pins also, and I actually liked it.
Oh, what do you give it?
I gave it 4 out of 5 because I loved the ending. Like, I thought the way that this all happened and this being a true story is insane.
What's the story? What's the ring they created?
It's literally fake coupons. Like,
Oh, fake
they're
coupons.
real coupons that they basically had gotten their hands on, but in the eyes of the law, they're fake coupons. They shouldn't have been distributed in the way that they distributed them.
Right. They're not, what they're doing is not legal, and they were selling these coupons. So say I
Tread easily.
Okay.
Just you. I just care about you.
This
You
is
know?
a new story.
I care about our listeners.
Okay. I was thinking about it. Remember when I was into couponing?
You went to the dump and you were looking for coupons.
Yes, like these girls. It was exciting sometimes when you go to check out and you could see how much money you could save. So I could see how they got a little addicted to it, and then they saw how much money they could save, and then how they could make money because she started getting like say she got a coupon for 42 rolls of toilet paper for free. Okay, because she wrote the company and said, I hate your toilet paper is horrible. And they were like, here's a free coupon. Well, so then she could sell that coupon. She asked her friend, how much would you buy this for me? She's like, I'd pay $20 for that coupon. So she's like, what? So then they realized, like, oh, if we can start getting coupons, we can start selling them.
Oh, wow.
Well, and they made so much money, but it was dirty money. At least that's what they thought. So then they spent it on a whole bunch of crazy things. And that's what was funny to watch.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably not going to check it out, but
Yeah, it's not.
I appreciate
very
the effort
highly
you guys
rated.
put into it.
Yeah, it's very, very cheesy.
All right.
Very.
Kane Brown. I can feel it. Bobby Bone Show. Thank you guys.